Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Wednesday Business Blitz. And today I'll be talking about one big blocker that is preventing you from growing and advancing in your career, in your life. And it may surprise you. It may actually not surprise you. You may already know what it is. And yeah, the big answer is it's you. And reason I want to talk to you about this today is, as I promised, I'm going to talk to you about current things currently that I'm working on, or what my company, which is Synergy 3, is working on. And as some of you that follow me may know, last week I spent at a facility in Texas, and the program is called 40 Years of Zen. It was created by father of biohacking, Dave Asprey, who I religiously follow and listen to and use a lot of tricks and tips and advice that he has to offer. And the main reason for this trip is to work on myself and to do some deep inner work. It's actually a neurofeedback and brain training facility first, and the mental aspect and forgiveness, true love is the kind of secret sauce of the program. And that led me think of the question that we'll talk about today. But before we do that, again, why you is the blocker is we, and myself included, we have tendency of blaming others or looking at others first. It's just easy. It's very easy for our ego to to put blame somewhere else. Ego likes to, protect it and to protect you. But if you will shift the focus to yourself, you will start finding things that are preventing you from advancing. And I realize that as I am my own blocker, and I can only go as far as I allow myself to go. And that means my organization can only go so far with me. And as I start to change, as I start to work on myself, really work on myself, then companies started to grow, companies started to be making profit, and different people join organization and things like that. So it's a very profound change. Yes, it took many years. It's a forever work, right? It never stops because something else is happening. We're growing, our kids are growing, things are changing. And we did many cool exercises. And from that exercise, I give this exercise today to my team. And I'm going to ask you the same question. So the question is very simple. Do you want to live longer? And it's a yes or no question. And we started very active, people giving what if I'm disabled, what if I don't have any legs or arms, should I still live, should I don't want to place burden on my family, this and that. There's many scenarios. To me, it's a question of yes or no. And why this question? Because from that question, to me, this where the inner work and growth and change is happening. It doesn't and another point, you don't have to be a business owner. You may be just a manager. Someone, if you are responsible for even one person, other than yourself, you are a manager. And for you to effectively manage, in my opinion, you need to look at yourself first, and you need to change you, and then your people will, in most cases, may follow, you may not, by example. And so first ask this question: do you want to live longer? Yes or no? Thank God I got majority yeses. And then the exercise was that I gave all them sticky notes. There's actually sticky notes from today, so I'll read you their answers. I ask, name me one thing that you're doing, exactly, not generalization, but name me one exact thing that you do to live longer. And this me, creating a spark, creating that curiosity in my people to think, okay, what am I doing to live longer? Seriously, what is the thing that I do to live longer? Because if I want to live longer, then I'm going to look at myself, because I need to better myself to live longer. Therefore, I'm going to start thinking about myself first. And hey, the answers we've heard were, hey, I don't even have time to think about those questions. I was put on some kind of negative pedestal, like, oh, you have the luxury to think that. I don't even have the luxury to think that question, which I argue strongly against. I think there's you don't need hours to think about it. You just need 5 minutes to really ask yourself this question. So my favorite answer was very love Juan for that. Is very truthful. He wrote nothing. That's great. So it was very honest to himself, and I think that's start. If you cannot be truthful with yourself, forget it. You won't be truthful with others. You need to be truthful with yourself. You're not doing nothing today. It's never late to start. So we had answers such as eat salad. That's great. Do not stop working, being occupied all the time. Select the food and drink I take. Stay alive, always moving. So movement, right, seems to be the trend. Movement, love to live, healthy diet. Great. But I was looking more like in specific. Sleep enough. That would be, to me, that's the good answer. Hey, this is a thing that I'm doing. I'm sleeping enough, so that will make I'm gonna live longer. 100%. Don't hold grudges. That's something. Work out. Eat healthy. Meditate to reduce stress and inflammation. All true. Workout. Water. Good sleep. Trying to alleviate stress. Find more happiness. Monitor preserved food. Staying active. Eat more whole foods, less processed foods. Eat healthy, exercise, don't consume alcohol. So you could see various types of answers, but the common trend is, again, movement, right? Staying active. That definitely will prolong your life, because we discussed about how you want to live when you're 80. Do you want to be on a walker, or you want to do Ironman? Because there's people out there that do Ironmans when they're 80. So guys, really, this is a serious question. It doesn't require a long time, but requires just the time put aside to think about that, to spark your curiosity about what are you actually doing. Because I know, many people in my circles, some of them have a lot more money than I do, or the same amount. And that's another point. That's why I want to do that exercise, because many things here don't require any money. They will actually save you money. I would probably start with fasting. Fasting is the probably most important thing I do to give me longevity and to live longer. It actually saves me money, because I'm not snacking all the time. I'm not worrying what I'm gonna eat today. If I need to skip a meal, I can do that easily. And again, I'm not wasting time on snacks that are becoming more and more expensive. So again, to me, that's an answer. But again, I have friends and acquaintances in my circle. I have a lot more money than I do, and actually they spark me to ask the question. And they don't do anything to live longer. Like, seriously, they don't do anything. So again, it's not about the money. It's about the mindset. And you need a shift in your mindset so you can look at that differently, answer that differently for yourself, and start that change. Because again, if you're the owner, if you're going to change, your company will going to change. And it might not be, it might close, because that you might not realize, well, you should not be in the business. You're really wasting your time and your people's time. Might be the case, or might be the case that you might have to make some hard decisions too. But you will be within yourself, you'll be self-centered, and you will make those decisions calmly. So that's my outcome, my summary of spending the whole week really being like a sports brain camp, where all we did, we worked on ourselves, eat twice a day, and we slept well. And it did obviously no bread, no snacks, no sugar, no alcohol, lots of water, lots of inner work, and results are amazing. Already can feel it. So I highly recommend. Doesn't have to be 40 Years of Zen. There are other places that do neurofeedback work and inner work, and all you need is to spark curiosity. Yeah, again, it may not be the most coolest video I've made, but I think it was the most serious message that I've ever sent to this universe, to you guys, because I can already see in myself how much difference does it make. So I wish you guys peace. I wish you to find this time, even 5 minutes a day, to look at yourself objectively, work on yourself, set a time to yourself first, not the errands, not the to-do list, because it's always be there. It's not that important. You is what's most important, and from you, you change, and everything else around will change because of that. Wish you guys again peace, success, and see you in the next one.